Listen, it's very important to take care of your kids, you hear me? It's very important to actually even watch what your children eat. And again, another video where education is a hell of a thing. Sometimes there are things out there that children are allergic to. Adults are allergic to them as well. But you will have a more adverse reaction in a child, right? Meaning it can become catastrophic real quick. And because children are children and they don't know how to express themselves sometimes, by the time they tell you that I can't breathe, my throat closing up, they could very well have passed out from asphyxiation and then die. In this particular story now, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So this story happened about 2 weeks ago, and the headline says, a student of 10 years old died after eating crab. Crab, you know. Crab, scavenger crab. We crawl sideways, like how nothing out there is crab in a barrel. Crab. Yeah. Alright, so, seriously, the mother says that no, she could not have died from eating crab because we are Rastafarian people. How many times do children do stuff that their parents said don't do? We've all done it. We've all done it. A lot of the times we ourselves forget that we were once children. You know what I'm saying? And we forget that we used to hide things. And we used to do things and not want to get caught. So we took measures to evade the authorities, which were our parents. For those of us who grow with parents. Anyhow, Makeda, a grade 5 student of Granville Primary School, she collapsed in her classroom around 10:40 a.m. in the morning. Picnic come at school good, well groomed, nicely sent off to school, and collapsed in the classroom at 10:40 a.m. The mother said, I don't know how to express my feelings, you know. She left for school without any signs of illness this morning, my perfectly healthy baby girl. I was shocked when my other daughter called me and told me that Makeda faint in school. When I went to the hospital now, the doctor told me, say, she dead. Could you imagine that? You get a phone call from home after you just sent your child off to school saying she fainted in school. Where is she? They rushed her to the hospital. Which hospital? May I go down there? Alright, go down at St. Joseph's. You reach St. Joseph's and by the time you reach there, them say, she dead. Life, I tell you. When I reached the hospital, the doctor said she dead. I had no tears to cry. Right now, I can't even cry. I can't eat. I just want the truth surrounding my daughter's death. Martin, who is 45, said in an interview. Ivanhoe Gordon, principal of Granville Primary School, stated that the incident took place during break time. When you know a recess, when you go down a school gate, and Miss George there with a box with our thing set up, the cooler, and she sell some sock and she sell probably crab leg and all these kind of things. I was alerted that Makeda had fainted in the classroom. I, with the help of the groundsman, took her to sick bay, and while there, she was unresponsive to first aid. Now, I asked the question, she faint. And one thing I've noticed in Jamaica, I'm not blaming them, I'm not saying they didn't do right, but first aid as far as cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, first aid begins as soon as you realize that a person is unresponsive. Right? So, the time they took to take her to sick bay, they should have started CPR right there. I'm not blaming anybody because when you don't know, you don't know. But I think this is one of the things in Jamaica that needs to be done. People that work around children or in the public sector they need to be more educated on how to properly perform CPR, and also schools need to be outfitted with a defibrillator. A defibrillator will shock the heart back into proper rhythm, and we will talk about that on some other video. But myself and wifey have done videos where we talked about, and we were supposed to do a CPR teaching video for Uno, but here what? We never want to joke out the thing. And there, cause my wife give me mouth to mouth, my tongue probably are going a fair mouth and all these kind of things, and we're gonna joke out the thing and turn a learning serious issue into something jokey. But then again, now I'm thinking maybe that's what we need to do, because there are countless videos out there that explains how to do CPR and will take you step by step through it. But I think my people are probably going to hear or listen or pay attention more if we do it our way. So we're probably going to do a CPR video for her properly, right? But the minute they found out she was unresponsive, they should have started CPR. Anyways, I, with the help of the groundsman, took her to sick bay. Sick bay, of course, is where the nurses in the school and the children can get medical aid. She was unresponsive to first aid. I don't know what first aid is. Was it CPR? I called the Falmouth fire station requesting an ambulance. Now I'm going to ask again. Why did you request an ambulance? Does any faculty member have a car? None of the teacher, them, the principal, nobody don't drive a car. Because if they did, one person could have been performing CPR on this child in the back of the vehicle while another person was driving to a hospital. They had none. Listen, I called the Falmouth fire station requesting an ambulance. They had none. A passerby volunteered to take Makeda to the hospital, the principal said. Some persons have linked the death of the student to the consumption of crab meat during break time. Students in her class told me that Makeda was warned against eating the crab because she had 2 negative reactions when she ate crab before. So these students know her and know that she had negative reactions before, I'm guessing, because that's the only way they could tell her, Makeda, don't eat the crab because remember what happened to you the last time you eat crab? Like that, right? She had 2 negative reactions before. Her response was, "On the left me cause me love it." That was her response. According to the students, her fellow students. "On the left me cause me love it." The principal said, he said that he was told by the students that Makeda vomited on previous occasions having consumed crab. But the child's mother, who is a Rastafarian, was taken aback by chattering that her daughter had been eating crab shortly before she fainted. "Nothing no go so." This is the mother now, we know. The mother said, "Nothing no go so. We are Rasta. We don't eat crab. Not even chicken we don't eat. A sip our father sell in a Falmouth. A sip our father sell in a Falmouth." So I'm guessing sip is a ital dish, a ital soup dish, right? Cup soup, sip. And it will have, you know, earth food provisions in it. But the mother said, "Nothing no go so." Remember, you know, it's the kids who were there with her that said, we tell her not to eat the crab because the last time, Makeda, don't eat it because last time when you eat it, remember what happened? You vomit up the place. And she said, "On the left, me make me eat it, man, because me love it." And she ate it and had an adverse reaction, it seems. When they told that to mom, mom says, "Nothing no go so, because we are Rasta. We don't eat crab. Not even chicken we don't eat. A sip our father sell in a Falmouth. Our father, the soupy man in a Falmouth, sell sip." Listen, that's why I started out the video by saying a lot of us forget that we were once little or young as well. And we used to do things that we were told not to do. We used to go eat from people, let them tell us don't eat from people. We used to try to hide things, and sometimes it can't be hidden because you have reactions like these, right? The lady says, "Fruits and vegetables are that our food." no crab thing. Makeda left yard with only her break and lunch in her bag. No crab, nothing no go so, she said. So she left home with her ital food in her bag. But she don't want the ital food. She wanted crab, according to her fellow students. Martin said that her child had no medical issues and she was fine when she left her Martha Bray home for school yesterday. Gloria Reed, who is the child's grandmother, said, "She left you a hearty picnic. How she for just dead so? A post-mortem will be done to determine the cause of the death. And at this point, we don't know." Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to leave your comment in the comment section below. I want you to also answer me this question. Are you getting what I am saying when I am saying that all personnel who work in public sector, especially those who work in schools around children, need to be properly trained on how to administer CPR? And also each facility must be outfitted with a defibrillator. If you don't understand what a defibrillator is, go look it up, okay? And if you don't understand what CPR is, how it's done, and what it can do for an individual that is in distress, go and look it up. Then leave your comment in the comment section below. I think this little girl could have been saved, but I'm not going to add insult to injury, and I'm not going to sit over here and pretend like, because what this sounds like to me, notice I said what it sounds like to me now. I wasn't there. I'm not saying what it is or was. I'm saying what it sounds like to me is she did have an adverse reaction, an allergic reaction from eating the crab. Other children ate the crab and nobody got sick. She's the only person that got sick. And she's the only person that gets sick every time she eat the crab. But she liked it so much because it's something that's not served at home. So she eat it against her parents' wishes because she have her ital food in her bag, but she don't want that. She ate it, and what ended up happening was, I can only imagine, her airway probably swelled up, and it swelled up slowly, right? And then by the time she was able to probably say, "I'm having difficulty breathing, I can't breathe," then you got to the point where you can't speak. Now your airway is closing off and there's no blood going to the brain. There's fainting. After she faint, that airway closed all the way up from swelling, cutting off all oxygen to the brain, and so on and so forth. Now, leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one, man. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.